Alright, this particular video will focus on the Sig Sauer 522 handguards. There's a lot of options floating around out there, new and used. Here's some things that I learned through first-hand experience. Perhaps they can help you. It's best if everyone agrees to a terminology. I believe the aluminum quad rails are called SWAT. The Swiss-style polymer forends are called Classic. And a third variation from Sig, not depicted here, I think goes under the nickname Fish Gills. I obtained all of these from Sig. They can be found elsewhere new. I believe try Samson Manufacturing for the quad rails, whereas the classic handguards try Colorado Gun Sales. And if all you need is this front retaining ring for the short classic, try Double Diamond Supply. A note, if you've got any of the Sig side folding stocks, the SWATs, the classic, and even the Fish Gills, provided they're from Sig, will have the latch to hold the Sig stock folded in its closed position. Let's take a look at a couple of these. Alright, other than the fact that they both have a Sig Sauer logo, these two rails, which came as original equipment on my 522 rifle and P522 pistol, were quite different. There's alphanumeric lettering on the long, none on the short. The long has solid bars, the short doesn't. Oh, another good hint. I like to use the words long and short versus rifle or pistol, and that Sig has a variety of the longer barreled rifle products that actually use the shorter, quote, pistol handguards. So I believe the short ones work on the pistols, any models that are called Patrol, or any models that are called Commando, and then the longer rifle ones will work on everything else. Again, I do not have experience with any of the Sig 55X series of centerfire weapons, so you might want to check again some of the online forums. I think a good one for rifle users would be the sigarms556.com. Alright, that was the SWAT. The classics, they're normally in black. There's a few out there in green. They're normally smooth, but they are factory pre-drilled that you can attach some of these accessory Picatinny tri-rails if you like. On the long, there'd be holes on the right, left, and bottom. On the short, holes would be on the bottom only. So again, I bought the rifle and pistol with the SWAT rails on them, ordered long and short polymers, and here's what came in the mail. The long set was bubble wrapped in a bag with a nice part number HGSWFSBLK. The short was just this. No bag, no part number, just that. And upon inspection, you'll see that the long version that they sent me is nothing, or the short version is nothing more than a set of longs that they've sawn a couple of inches off the front end. It's actually a good thing if you happen to have a set of the longs and you need a set of the shorts, and you've got a nice power saw or a Dremel tool in a good hand. You can cut them off yourself and make your own. As is, this won't work. It's missing the crucial part, which of course is this. You got to have one of these metal retaining rings on the short classic, otherwise it won't be able to seat with the fake gas block. Remembering that the polymer forends and long have this ring molded into it. The other note that you might want to take on the short classics is that when I tried to install it the first time, it was too long and too square. I like to leave the flash hider on. It acts as a nice thread protector. Okay. There we go. By the way, it's a 3/32 hex tool. So, lined up flush at the receiver side. Tightened on down. So, this is the way it works for me now, but I did have to not only make cuts to shorten it, I also had to make more of an angled cut to get it to seat correctly. In that, if you notice, the set screw groove, when it first came out of the box, the cut was too long. The set screw was hitting out here, and because it was too squared, I was flush on the superior side, but had a big gap on the inferior side. So that's my word of caution. If you're out there buying, selling, or trading any of these Sig rifle or pistol handguards, hope this helped, and safe shooting.